Yo, 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 what it is? It's your boy Azae Production. I just skipped class with the progress report. Get in tune.
The progress report.
All right, what's going on, man? It's your girl, Lala Shepherd. This is another episode of Skipping Class presented by the Progress Report. Man, I am blessed. I got the GOAT Azae in here. How are you feeling?
What's going on? How you?
Man, I'm doing great, man. You know, I got to give you your flowers. You know, first
Appreciate
and foremost, man, I love what you're doing. You've been doing your thing for a long time. Definitely been inspiring a lot of us. And you definitely allowed me to host, you know, the stage for the Rolling Loud.
Oh yeah, I told them they had to get you. I told them.
Man.
I said nobody else but Lala.
That's hard. That's hard. So I just wanted to say that first and foremost, all right?
No, for sure. Appreciate you too.
Absolutely. So we're going to kind of start from now and kind of go back.
All right, that's cool.
All right? So I want to know, how did you grow, you know, the biggest music platform that we got right now, man, for shooters only from the block?
It's kind of, I don't know how to say like how I grew it, but I mean, whatever I do, I just start doing it and I just don't stop. Like, I don't like set goals. I know it might sound crazy. Like, when I start something, I just go full-fledged with it and just, you know, 24/7, back to back to back to back. And whatever happens, just happen. But I never like let nothing that I start really fail for real. So.
Respect.
Yeah, I don't know. I just went crazy and it just took off.
Respect, man.
Yeah.
So at what point did that come about, the platform?
I had stopped shooting music videos because I had got bored with it. So I had a lot of time to do stuff. And so I had my Instagram, but I was never posting that. So I'm like, I got a platform, but I don't use it. So For Shooters Only was a clothing brand for videographers. That's why it was called For Shooters Only.
Got you.
And once I started doing From the Block, I just put From the Block under For Shooters Only. So
Respect.
yeah, so it just started going crazy out of nowhere. Like, it was something different. And I used to see like Colors, they had their platform, Vivo was doing something. And I'm like, they deal with more bigger artists. You don't see no up and coming artists like music platform. You got Say Cheese, but the video shot already. Like, we shooting it, putting it out, Instagram, YouTube, everything. So I'm like, I'm just finding a way to use my platform to do something for the up and coming artists and just end up coming up with From the Block.
Nah, respect. Speak about some of the upcoming artists that you maybe have gotten hit through, you know, or through your platform that maybe you didn't hear about before.
All of them, really. Like, cause I mean, I got like, you know, the bigger artists that do it, but I find a lot of dope artists like through the platform that I never heard of a day in my life, and they hit me up like, hey, I want to set it up, but I can't even think of one off the top of my head. So many, but definitely a lot of people for sure.
Got you. We want you to come skip class with us and share your story on our new segment called Skipping Class.
Look, we want to talk to all the artists, indie or mainstream, or if you're an entrepreneur, come build your brand with us and tell your story to the world.
You'll also get the shot in our locker, and you'll get promo clips for all your fans. So DM us today or visit our website, tprmediagroup.com. Get locked in with us.
And we definitely gonna talk about some of those bigger names. So I mean, you've had a lot of people bless the platform, man. I think you know the Chris Brown one was just like, oh shit.
Yeah, people just messaging me like, how? Like,
just how?
Like how? Like how did you get Chris Brown now? Well, really, he had this girl Skylar Black.
Oh yeah, she from my city.
Yeah, she did it, and he reposted it, and then he messaged me like 2 days later, like, I love what y'all doing. I want to do it, but I'm in LA, and I'm like, I come to LA, like. When you want to do it? So me and him was messaging, and he was like, cool, I'm gonna hit you in like a week or two to set it up. And then he dropped the flyer with, he was going on tour with Lil Baby. So I DM'd him back like, hey, let's knock it out before you go on tour, because I know once you go on tour, it's gonna be forever. Or then, you know, how artists would be like, they want to do something at that time, and then months pass, they're like, man, I don't even want. So I'm like, let me get him while I got him. So I messaged him like, let's knock it out before you go on tour. And he was like, cool, let's do it. He sent me his number, I FaceTimed him. He like, I think this was like a Thursday or Friday. And he was like, when you want to do it, when you free? I'm like, I'm on your schedule. You just let me know when you want to do it. He was like, well, I ain't got dance rehearsal till like next Friday. So I'm like, let's do it Sunday. He was like, all right, cool. We got the flights. Went out there. And then when we got there, I know it's real, but I'm still thinking like, something finna happen. It's too good to be true.
Yeah.
He texted me like, hey, can we push it back a couple hours? I forgot about my daughter. I got to do something with my daughter. So I'm like, all right, cool. I mean, it's nothing you can say, but I'm here in LA. He said, well, I said, okay, cool. I had told my wife, I'm like, yeah, he want to push it back. But I still wasn't worried or nothing like that. So I'm like, okay, cool. So time was getting closer to the time. He sent me the address. I pulled up. We knocked it out. And then we stayed for a little while after he was telling us about all this NFTs and his merch he was about to do. Like, he gets real excited when he talk about artsy things. So he was just out there talking, like showing us all the stuff in his phone. But yeah, he a cool dude. That's what I had actually went on tour with him before, but I was with French Montana. So I had told him like, yeah, I was on a tour with you once before. I met him a couple times, but he probably didn't even know. I had dreads, was younger. He probably didn't even notice that was me. But yeah, that's how it came about, through Instagram.
That's fire.
Yeah, I believe everybody that I've ever worked with, for the most part, came through like Instagram. Like, it was never like I bumped into him or something like it was always Instagram.
I was gonna ask you about your dreads later on, but since you brought it up, what made you decide to cut your hair?
They was getting too heavy. Like, they was getting too heavy, and then I had a kid. He was pulling on them, and my head was hurting. He was like yanking them. I'm like, all right, I gotta get rid of these.
Yeah.
So I ended up cutting them off, and I kind of like that I did cut them off, though. It was too much work. And the person that was doing my hair is in Chicago, then he went to LA. So I had nobody out. You know, when your hair not there, you look raggedy.
Man.
So I'm like, I can get a haircut before I get a retwist. So I just end up cutting it.
Simple enough. Okay. Another one that kind of caught my attention was the 600 Breezy one in the cemetery.
Oh, yeah.
Talk about that joint.
I blamed it on him, but it was really my idea. But the song, when he came on, it was just like, I just saw dark. Like, and people keep saying, like, in the comments, I was hearing, I'm glad I could talk about this. Even though I told you I can't really talk, I got this list going on. But
we're gonna get into that.
Yeah. What I was about to say?
Talk about the cemetery joint.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So I see a lot of people in the comments like, this is disrespectful to be in a cemetery shooting by wood. Like, that's a film cemetery. Like, it's an old ancient, like they shot Fast and the Furious in that cemetery. So you can rent it out to shoot in it. So it's not like people that died last week is in that cemetery.
Right, I got
like, there's like some 1700s, like nobody visit the people in there because it's like so many years ago type thing. But yeah, when he sent me the song, like, that's just what I saw for it. And I'm like, I text him like, from the cemetery, he was like, let's do it. And I was like, all right, come on, let's do it. But yeah,
Crazy.
I mean, I feel like it went with it.
It did.
But if he was dissing somebody like directly or something, I wouldn't have did it. But he wasn't like straight on like dissing nobody dead homies and nothing like. So I'm like, it was more artsy than versus like some dissing the dead type thing. So
nah, facts. I didn't take offense to it. I took it as,
you know,
like,
people
what you
always
said.
they be trying to flip it. Oh, he talking about woo, that's the cemetery woo in. Like, no, nobody knows in that cemetery. That's some 1600s. Yeah.
Respect.
Yeah.
Another one was the Bfb Da Packman. A man came out the water holding a damn donut.
Oh yeah. See, look, I ain't gonna even say some label need to give me some creative control because I just gonna create my own. But yeah, I told him he had to come out the water with the donut.
Crazy.
Like his thing is donuts already. So I'm like, he hit me. He's like, I got a song. I want to go crazy with it. I'm like, we gotta do it in the pool. He was like, all right, bet I'm gonna get some females. And then I was like, make sure you bring the donuts. And then I think he was just gonna have the donut sitting there. And I was like, no, you gotta come out the water eating a donut. But by that time, the one that was on the video, he was like, bro, please.
I know he was mad as hell.
Because we had to keep doing it because he was late to the shoot. So the sun kept moving.
Damn.
So we was shooting it on this side, then the sun like went away. So we had to flip to the other side. So he had to keep eating the donuts over and over and over. He was like, bro, please no more. And then he was shaking. He was cold as hell. Like that last take, he really didn't have no energy. He was so cold.
That is too funny.
He was freezing.
That's funny.
Because he don't eat meat.
Oh.
So he ain't got no iron. He was so
Shit,
cold.
I never knew.
You bogus.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I think he had stopped eating meat.
Okay, well, good for him.
She told me I never knew.
Nah, I fuck with his music. I didn't know he eat no meat. Shit,
Okay,
you just educated me.
Pac-Man. Yeah,
That's what's up. What's been your favorite performance so far? Because there's been so many others, but those are the ones I wanted to personally ask you about.
My favorite? Based off what?
Just anything, like whether it's the experience, the whatever.
It's hard to say. I have fun with all of them.
Of course.
Like the Jacquees one.
Yeah.
The From the Yacht. I saw that they was in Miami, and I'm like, "What y'all on?" They was like, "Jacquees got a birthday party on the yacht today." They were like, "Pull up!" Like they were just saying, like randomly, just pull up. So I'm talking to my wife. I'm like, "You think I should put the mic in my book bag?" And she was like, But I'm like, "We gonna be on the boat though. What would we put the mic on a boat?" So I said, "Cool. I just put it in my book bag. Rather be prepared than not."
Facts.
So we get there. We pull up. It's literally like a square little like attachment. I don't even know what it's for. It's a square attachment on the top of the boat. And I literally had the captain pull out a ladder and climb up there and wrap the mic around the little thing and hang it down. And so I'm like, they was like, "Is y'all finna do a performance on the yacht?" So I'm like, his manager, Darnell, like, "Bro, you gotta do it. You gotta do it." So he had to say, yeah, a record that he's about to come out with. So we ended up doing that, and it went crazy. Like, it wasn't planned either. It was just spur of the moment.
Nice. Talk about, just the importance of building solid relationships, man, because, just a lot of these people, I'm sure you had relationships with, especially stemming back from back in the day.
Oh, yeah. But what's crazy, like, I haven't even used any of the relationships from back in the day, if that makes sense. Like, I never worked with Chris Brown. Like, Polo, he from Chicago, but I never worked with Polo before. Jacquees, never worked with him before. I guess it's just like staying around, keeping a good name, staying solid. Like people just know, like, oh, he good people, and it's something new. Like, but yeah, that's crazy. I haven't even like really used my resources on like from back in the day. Like Dirk tweeted me though, like some weeks ago, like, "I'm gonna come see you soon," but I never really like. Well, for one person, Herb.
Of course, Herb, yeah, Herb, but yeah.
I told him to come. I had to have him come do it early because everybody was still.
Right, I remember that.
Yeah, so,
I remember that.
Yeah, but other than that, yeah, I haven't really used no like back in the day like, "Hey, I need a favor," real quick type of thing. It just been happening for real.
Fire.
Yeah.
How does it make you feel when you see other platforms now kind of mimicking that style and that format of what you're doing?
They've been copying me for years. It's just, you can tell now. Like, it's just, like, plain sight. Like, he put a mic out, you put, like, because when I was doing music videos back in the day, people were still a little sauce I was doing, but it was hard to say, like, "Oh, you got that from him," because they was trying to put their little twist on it. Like, when I was shooting, like, Chief Keef and Fredo, I used to do this super duper slow motion, and everybody started doing it and putting their twist to it, so it was hard to say, like, "Oh, you got it from him." Like, you could have just said, "I just do it slow motion." But with this, is like, why you got that mic outside? You know what I'm saying? But I don't necessarily get mad. I just get mad at the people that, not necessarily get mad, but it's like the people that try to like take it and be like, "Oh, I did this." Like, you know what I mean? But it's like, before I was doing it, nobody was outside with the mic.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So, but the people do be like, "Oh, bro, you inspire me. Like, I look up to you." Like, that's cool. But it just be the people that's like, it's like they trying to be in competition with me with what I started. It's like, I'm not thinking about y'all. Like, it's like they trying to outdo me better than me on something I started. So it's like, "Oh, but you ain't do this though." It's like, "But you stole it from me to begin with. Like, what are you talking about?" But it's like, I don't even like go back and forth. I just let the work speak. I just be telling them, like, "Let me know when you get Chris Brown on yours today."
Come on.
You know, I just let the work speak. I don't be on the internet like, "Y'all copying me," but every day I get on Instagram, it's a new mic hanger. Like,
it is.
Literally. Like, it's literally probably somebody in every city that started hanging mics. Like I swear to God, like my whole Instagram, Say Cheese, it just mics hanging everywhere. And for the people that be like, "Oh, I did that once before back in the day," it's like, I was doing ciphers 12 years ago. Like, if you want to talk about starting something, I was doing, it was called Shot City Ciphers, but I stopped doing it. I did like 3 or 4 episodes. But it's like, if it's like people want to say like, oh, who got this trend started? And people like, oh, he got it started. But it's like people was doing like in studio performances, and then they went and did what I did and mixed it. So people like, oh, he started it. It's like, you've been doing yours, in the studios or whatever you've been doing way before mine. Why they ain't been hanging their mics up? Like why? Like people, if you've been doing it before me, people would have been doing this. But when I start doing it, now it's just a whole world full of. I know the mic value just shot up or something. I need
definitely.
to get. Like my homie Coca called me, was like, bro, I'm in Guitar Center, and they said people keep coming in here buying this mic. Like, you the reason for this. Like, yeah, sure, need to give me some type of something. Sponsorship, something. I'll be buying a new mic every 2 weeks.
I can see that happening though, for sure, real soon.
Yeah, get at me, sure.
Respect, man. So, man, I know you've been in the game for a minute, but officially, like, how long have you been in the game, and what year did you, like, would you say that you got in it where you like, damn, I'm about to take this shit serious?
I used to play around with it like 2010. I was just like record myself. Well, I had my little sister record me rapping somebody else's song to practice editing. Cause I ain't know no rappers like, so I just did that. I did that on like Facebook or whatever. So I just started taking it serious. Probably the first time somebody asked me how much you would charge me to shoot a music video. So that was probably like, it was between 2012, 2011, somewhere up in there, like not too long after. Somebody, how much you would charge me? I'm like, I get paid for this? I charge them like $50 for it. And then I'm like, oh wait, I can get money off this. And just kept doing it. So I was working at Walgreens and shooting videos.
Respect.
So once my video prices was starting to get more than my check, I quit. So I think my checks were probably like $400. So once my videos was like $200 and I was getting booked, I'm like, oh yeah, I quit. I think I had to shoot a video with like Twister or Shauna. I'm like, I made it. I'm shooting a video with Twister, it's over with. And then I'm telling everybody at my job, they like laughing, like, boy, you silly. I'm like, I'm finna shoot a video with Twister. They like, boy, whatever. Shortly after that, I quit. And then I was in the Hip Hop Weekly magazine. I went back to the same job.
Slap that shit on the camera.
Opened it up with me in the page, like, yeah, ring me up. She was like, I know there was an old lady named Maria, I'll never forget that. She's like, this is you? Oh my God, you were serious? I'm like, I told y'all, like.
That's hard.
Yeah.
Okay. I want you to talk about, just those early days, like describe, your mindset and being an entrepreneur early on.
I was just, even like as a kid, like I was never just sit still. Like I always had to be doing something. Like I was always outside playing basketball, riding my bike, riding a scooter. Like I could never just sit there and be like, let me watch TV. Like I just always had to be active. So I just feel like I took that same thing with just like the music video. Like I just stay active. Like even when I took that break, it wasn't even a break because me and my wife had started a YouTube channel. So I still was active. Like I can't literally just sit there like and just be comfortable. Like, I could have $100 million in the bank. I'm still gonna be shooting film. Like I just love to do it. It's not like really about the money for real, just about the art, and I just love to do it. So I just always had that, that grind for real.
Hell yeah. So just fast forward now, what's some tips that you would give other entrepreneurs, particularly in the entertainment and music business?
To just keep going. I know a lot of people say that, but it's like you never know what can happen. Like you could quit and it was like 2 weeks somebody could hit you up, or a month from that. And also, like even with the From the Block, it's like I'm not even more so like mad at y'all for copying. It's just that, for example, so if somebody say, oh, the label say, okay, we want to shoot a music video for the artist. They doing their press run. They like, we want to do a performance for them. We want to do an interview for them. We want to do this. We're going to pick the top people out of that do all this stuff, and that's what we're going to send our artists to. So they say, okay, we're going to go with this person for the interview, this person for the music video. We're going to go to From the Block for the performances. You never going to be in that top because you a copy of something that's at the top. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, do something and put your own spin to it. Like, okay, you say, okay, he got front of the block, he got the mic hanging. Like, think of a way to flip it with a platform, not the carbon copy, because when it comes down to it, the big artist is gonna hit the real platform versus like, oh, let me hit up this person. Like, it's the same thing, so why not go to the real versus the fake? So it's like, it'll last for a while, but it's like you're not gonna be able to really get what you're trying to get out of it because you copying somebody. You know what I'm saying? So
that's real shit.
Just start your own thing, put a twist on it, and it'll take off.
That's real shit. I want you to talk about just, helping to bring in that, early Chicago drill movement.
Yeah.
I want you to talk about your favorite video shoot memory, because I'm sure you probably got a few different memories, but what was your favorite memory?
Favorite memory as in good or bad?
Either.
Bro, it'd be so much happening. Favorite memory? It's hard to say because everything was literally moving so fast. And none of it was planned. So it's like none of our video shoots was planned. Like none that we did was ever planned. Like it was just like, what you doing today? Nothing, you trying to shoot a video? All right, pull up. Like, so it was really more so like fun. We just had fun. Like, it was just random. Like I can't really pinpoint like a favorite moment because it was just like me going to my homie's house and recording them. So it wasn't like I was on set, like, oh, I remember this one time we was on set and woo said, like, it was just like random. Like I was just kicking it with my homies and I'm recording them doing whatever they doing at the house.
Got you.
Yeah. If I think of something, I'll tell you, but I can't really think of nothing that really stood out for real, like.
Okay.
Yeah.
What would you say was the most dangerous video shoot?
All of them. All of them. If we were, any video we was outside was dangerous because I shot a video for Dirk. It's called Jack Boys. Like everybody was in the video, Chief Keef, Fredo. We literally on the corner, they call a block Lamron. It's 64th and Normal. Normal spelled backwards is Lamron. So we on Lamron, literally on the corner, like they right here, my back turned. So if they come through shoot, I'm getting shot first.
Shit.
Like, cause I'm like, it's a crowd, it's different right here, I'm right here. And it's literally the street. Like we're on the corner of the street. Like if anybody was to ride past either this way, and just get to shoot, I'm shot. I might get shot from either way because they got guns at the camera. Somebody shoot from the back, I'm just dead. Like every video outside we shot in Chicago is considered dangerous. That's why most of our videos in the house, because you just can't just be outside, Like, and if you notice, like if we was outside, we was in a gate or we was in the back of some apartment, they was standing on stairs. Like it was never just out in the open. Like, but yeah, at that time when we was just out in the open, they were just wild and reckless and didn't care for real. Like,
wow.
We right here. And I'm not thinking like, I can get shot out here. But now that I look back, like, put my life in danger for you niggas. Y'all niggas over me. I could have died out here. It was crazy. Like any video outside.
Got you.
Yeah.
Crazy is it's not funny, but it is. I'm glad we can laugh now because that ain't funny.
Oh yeah, it was funny now, but back then,
that shit was funny.
It's like back then we wasn't even thinking about like somebody might come through and shoot.
Nah, facts.
We was just like we shooting a video. Like
yeah,
it was crazy though.
Definitely. Talk about losing King Von. So I know he's somebody that you work with, and thoughts when you learned about that situation.
I met Von through Dirk. Actually, he had shot the Crazy Story video, and then Dirk was like, "Nah, Zay got to shoot this." So they ended up calling me. He like, "Hey," like I wasn't even too familiar with Von for real. Dirk called me like, "Hey, Von got this song. It's like a story. You got to shoot it." So I'm like, "Cool." He hit me like Monday. He sent me the song. I said, "Oh, this a hit."
Hell
yeah. Like, I've turned it up. I'm around here like going crazy. Like, oh, this out of here. I think we shot the video like 2-3 days later, and it was literally like just the start of it. And I think I shot a video with him after that. It was a feature though, with I think it was Buka song, but it never came out. But yeah, we only worked literally like twice, I believe. Like we used to always talk on Instagram and stuff like that. And I shot another video. He was a feature with Lil Loaded. He passed away too.
Yeah, he sure did.
So I shot the video with Von and Lil Loaded. We shot it at Von's house because he was on house arrest. He couldn't leave the house. So we shot it like in the garage at his house. But yeah, we only shot like 2 or 3 videos together. But we used to always, you know, talk on Instagram and stuff like that. It's like, yeah, he was cool though. Like, I ain't know him since way back when. Like I probably ran into him or saw him, but didn't know it was him. Like when I was shooting videos in O Block, I probably saw him running around, but didn't know it was Von.
Got you.
Yeah.
Did you ever get caught up in any rappers' beef?
Nah. I just stayed out of it. Like, and I just knew what to do. Like, to never put myself in a position like I'll stay like clear of it. Like, okay, if I know this rapper and this rapper into it, I'm not even about to work with both of y'all. Like, if I work with you already, all right, cool. Because I just feel like, for example, these 2 people into it, and you say, all right, I shot his video, then you say, hey, come shoot me a video. The video shoot gets shot up. Who the first person they gonna look at? He dropped the location. He be shooting videos with the nigga. I don't know what's going on. Somebody just shot it up, but I'm the first person to look. So I just stayed away from even putting myself in that position. So it's like, until y'all clear that up, I ain't about to get between. Like, especially when it's people like dying in between it. Like, if it's just some like internet, he say, she say, it's like, I don't really mind that for real. I probably don't even know about it, but if it's like people dying about it, like I ain't even about to get myself in the mix of that. Cause I'm always gonna be the person like, no, he dropped that location. That's how they knew, like, and I don't even know what's going on. So no, I just really stayed out of all that.
I respect that. I want you to discuss, you know, your marriage life and talk about meeting your wife and how do you balance business and personal?
It's really not no business and personal because she always with me all the time. She over there right now.
Respect.
But I actually met her through her cousin. I knew her cousin, Namra. And I used to be like, man, put me on with your cousin. And she was like, boy, nah. Like, she used to always think I was playing. And she was like, nah, you got a little situation going on. And I'm telling her, like, no, I don't. But she just wasn't with it. I'm like, man, put me on. She wouldn't. And then we just always used to be cool. Like, we've been knowing each other like, 10? What's year is this? Well, probably like 10, 11 years? Yeah. So it's like,
that's what's up.
We just was always cool. Like, oh, what up, Nate? Like, oh, what up, Zay? Like, she didn't even know like who I was. Like, people would be like, how you know him? You hanging with him? Like, she was like, it's just Zay. What do you mean? Like, we just going out to eat with it used to be me, her, Namra, probably my homie Jonas. Like, it would just be like a group of us. And we was just kicking it, and I just started flirting with her. You know, she couldn't resist me.
Okay, period.
You know, so I mean, then it just went from there. But it was always like some homie. She like my homie, like my best friend. So it's not like I really gotta separate the two, because like even when I'm at work, like we still together. Like it's not no like, oh, this is work, and then when we come home, it's husband and wife time, because like we always together 24/7. Like when I shot Chris Brown, she was right there. Jacquees, she was right there. Like she's always there, so it's not really like a separation thing. Like, oh honey, I gotta go to LA for a few days. It's more like, oh, you gotta go to LA. What time we leaving?
Period.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's not really a work, and it's like all together type thing. So
okay,
it's kind of easy.
Nah, respect. And happy early birthday to you, man.
Oh, appreciate it.
Yes,
appreciate
sir.
it.
Let's get into them new teeth, man. Was that an early birthday gift to
Yeah,
yourself?
she forced me because she got her teeth did. So
okay.
People kept saying like, oh, and then I used to be with like when I be with Coca and light skinned Keisha.
Oh yeah.
Julie and her, they all like pearly whites. And I'm like, no, I ain't even trying to open my mouth around it. I'm laughing like that. Laughing, you know. But she was, I'm like, I might as well, because she got hers done. But that's why if y'all hear me talking like this, I literally just got this done today. So I'm trying to get used to talking with these in my mouth.
Sure.
I feel like I just, got something in my mouth.
I appreciate you still fucking with us, man.
No, for sure. I'm like, I ain't gonna cancel. I'm gonna just go with the little list. They just gonna have to know why.
It's all good. So talk about the procedure. People say it don't hurt.
No, I ain't feel nothing, actually.
Okay.
Like, it was quick, probably like not even 2 hours all the way. Like,
that's crazy.
It was real quick. Like, I ain't feel nothing. I just laid there, got it done.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
So what do you have coming up next?
Everything just be going literally day by day. Like, I don't even have nothing like set up. Like, everything, like a label hit me today. Like, hey, we want to get some of our artists. I saw you did Woo Woo, and they sent a list of artists like Fabio Foreign, Lil TJ. Like, so it just be all up in the air. Like,
Crazy.
I don't never like say like, oh, I got Woo Woo coming to the block. Like, when it happened, all right, cool, it's done. Like with the Chris Brown thing, I knew about that for weeks, like when he first hit me, but I never told nobody. I'm like, I'm gonna jinx it, and he ain't gonna do it. I'm be looking goofy.
Right.
Like, I don't say nothing until it happened. Like Polo, I ain't posting nothing until it happened. Like, once it happened, I got the footage on my computer, got it on another drive.
Yeah.
Edited it, uploaded some. Yeah, it's coming soon, y'all.
Nah, fact.
Like, to make sure it's secure. Like,
Exactly.
yeah, but yeah, I don't necessarily be having like nothing like planned for real, unless somebody got like a date planned. But it literally just go day by day. Like, I don't know who gonna hit me up. Like randomly, like Ray J hit me up the other day trying to do from the block, YK Osiris. Like, so it's just like, I don't be knowing, like, I just wake up to a new DM like, hey, what up? I'm trying to do something. So I ain't no telling, Drake might hit me up tomorrow. Like, hey, I want to do one from the 6. Like,
Oh yeah.
Never know.
Man, that's hard, man. You definitely continue to inspire us.
I appreciate that for sure.
Hell yeah. So my final question would just be, how do you feel that you progressed lately as a person? You know, our platform is called the Progress Report.
Yeah.
So how do you feel like you've done that lately?
Just getting back in my mode. Like, I feel like if you're doing something and it feels like work and not too much of fun, it's just like when I gotta shoot from the block, it's like, all right, we got a shoot day. Let's get some dope art. Like, it's more fun than versus like, I gotta go home, shoot these videos and like that. But I'm back in there, like, I found my happy place with filming, like, cause I feel like the labels was kind of messing it up. It was like, I wanted to do a bunch of stuff creatively and they be stuck in their ways like, no, I don't think that's a good idea. Just do this. Cause like, I done had plenty of ideas and creative things that I done pitched to artists and labels, and they was just like, nah, and then somebody else do it. And I was like, all right, nah, I can't do it. Like, cause there's a lot of stuff I said years ago, like, hey, we should do this. And they like, nah, like, I was doing like certain little effects that I was making up, and the label like, hey, can you take that one part out? And now everybody doing it. It's like, I told y'all this 2 years ago.
Thanks.
But yeah, that's really much it for real. Like, just getting back in my mode and getting back to my creative. Just when it was fun, like that Chief Keef, Lil Durk, none of that was planned. We didn't have to get it approved by labels. Like, it's like the ball is in my court. Like, the labels got to come to me, and it's like, I approve it. It's like, it's not like, oh, we got to send it to them, and then they like, oh yeah, just a few changes, and they send back a list of 30 things. It's like, bro, what? Like, it was a video I shot in a trap house, and I get B-roll of a hole in the couch. Like, it's a raggedy couch. I get a little B-roll. They say, hey, can you take out that part with the hole in the couch?
Nigga, that's character.
I say, wait, what? This whole video is dirty. Like, it's meant to be like this. And you say, take the slow motion out with the whole. That's when I was like, I can't really work with labels for real. Like, unless I'm like hands-on with the artist, or if I really know the label or something like that. But they just take the fun out of it. It's like, because if you getting me to direct it, I edit it the way that I want it to look. If you sending back 30, 40 changes, this look how you want it to look.
Facts.
So it just got boring. So with From the Block, I shoot music videos still, like, for people that I know for the most part. But I just will focus on From the Block because it's like, it's me. I get to do what I want to do, come up with ideas, and work.
Hell yeah. Well, it's lit. I can't wait to see who you got on the platform next, man.
No, for sure. I ain't no telling, because I don't be knowing until I just wake up and be like, hey, I'm trying, okay, let's do it. Like, so we all watching together.
That's hard.
Yeah, what's going on? It's your boy Azae Williams, and I just skipped class with the Progress Report.
The Progress Report.